Right, hello, welcome back to yet another video. You join me once again with the Scirocco. It's filthy at the moment. I did just go and try and clean it and it has done absolutely nothing. One of those little like pay and spray bits. It's literally done nothing. All it did was made it wet. So it's going well. Today I am going to be doing a mod list slash essential mods slash buy these slash don't buy these. I know, catchy title, right? Mods that I have done, removed, ones I would wish I'd done differently, some that I think are essential, and some that you could probably just avoid, to be honest. But yeah, without further ado, let's just have a walk around and get right into it. Once again, as always, we're winging it and it's just started to rain, so it's gonna have to be a speedy video. Right, so no hesitation, getting right into it. First thing we're going to talk about is an intake. Now, this is not the first intake I have had on this car. This is actually my second. This is very hot, and it's actually from a TDI. So, yeah, I'll probably get cursed out for that, but it does the job. Originally, I had a Ram air filter, which is on screen somewhere now. They were good, they sounded really nice. However, what I found is when I was taking the car out on track, I was getting a lot of performance issues. The car was suffering a lot of heat. However, when I took it out on track, I was finding that the car was suffering a lot due to heat soak. So I swapped it out. This does not sound as good as the Ram Air one. I'll be honest about that now, but it does definitely hold up performance-wise. And the second mod you're not really going to be able to see. I'll highlight it in red with a circle here. But essentially what this is it is a Ford short shifter. If you have a manual, I highly recommend one of these. It makes the gear changes way more notchy and also reduces the throw. It's sat down here. Right, anyway. Right, as you can see, we have now, oh, you can't see shit. Let me expose that. That is the new shifter. This is the old one. That is the new one, and Will is currently playing with the gears. So you can see it all working. Really good, highly recommend. If you have a manual Scirocco, has to be done. This actually applies for any manual VW, I believe. So yeah, check them out. It's like 80 quid, I want to say. 100% worth it, and relatively easy to install. Whack the intake out, pull it off, put on a new one, and you're done. Right, while we're on the topic of clutches, this is actually a quick clutch kit from highonboost.com. Em sent me out a new one, and he's probably going to kill me because this is actually my old one. The new one is currently sat on my desk that I forgot to pick up before I headed out to record. But essentially, what the High On clutch kit does is it reduces the travel of your clutch pedal. So, by installing one of these small brackets into the back, there is a link in the description for a video where I show you how to do all of this, as well as a link to High On Boost. Code CW for a discount if anyone's fancying saving some money. Yeah, essentially what they do is they stop some of that dead travel at the end of your clutch, allowing you to shift faster. And honestly, for a cheap mod like this, it makes a world of difference. I could not believe how different my car felt just installing this. 10 minutes to install, easy, done. Buy one now, otherwise you're missing out. Again, that is only if you have a manual though. DSG drivers, sucks to suck, I guess. Right, while we're at the front of the car, let's talk about some external cosmetics slash performance mods that you can put on a Scirocco that I think are either great or, well, tacky, and you shouldn't bother having them. When I first got my Scirocco, one of the first mods I bought were eyebrows. As you can see, I'm not running them, but here's a photo of them with it on. Now, eyebrows are a touchy subject because some people love them and some people hate them. Personally, on a Scirocco, I don't think they looked that bad, as they were kind of thin, sleek, and it blended in quite well. I ended up taking them off just because I sort of stopped liking the aesthetic look of it. But I mean, those are up to you. They do nothing, it's just cosmetic. If you want one, buy one. If you don't, don't. If people say they don't like it, good for them, it's not their car really. We've obviously got the obligatory black badges on here. I think they're really good. I think the silver ones that come with it from stock are just really bright. And yeah, and I've got a matching one on the rear, which you can see here. And yeah, I'll be honest, there's not a massive amount going on in the front of this car. If anybody wants a free splitter, there's one somewhere on the M3 because mine fell off. That being said, I think a splitter is a must for a Scirocco. I think it really draws the front, makes it look way more aggressive. Sciroccos have a really nice back end, but the front is a little bit boring. We've got some nice headlights, which helps, but a splitter, just coming on, bring it forward a bit, dropping it down, make it look a little bit lower. Lovely. Like I said, I used to have one, and there's footage of me with them on, and unfortunately, two splitters have deleted themselves from my car. So I'm hesitant to buy another one because I feel like it'll just be the same. Yeah, but if you don't have one, some really good options are TRC or TCR. This one, and I was running the Maxim ones, which I really like the look of. A little bit pricey. They are prone to breaking relatively easily. It is just plastic, so kind of they snap quite easily, where the TCR ones, I've heard, I've not tried and tested myself, but I've heard they're a little bit more durable, a little bit more affordable. And realistically, from 5 foot away, no one's gonna know the difference between them. Oh, side note, if you put like canards on the front of your car, sell it. Sell the car, you don't deserve it. It's probably a little bit harsh. Right, making our way around the car, we come to the wing mirrors, which actually have two modifications on. The first is the dynamic lights. Pretty cool. And the second is a wing mirror cap. These are super easy to install and really, really cheap. I highly recommend picking some up. There'll be links in the description for as much stuff as I remember. I'll try and get all of it. But yeah, the dynamic lights as well, not that expensive, easy to install, adds a nice little touch every time you lock and unlock your car. See on the windscreen, running a sun strip, IPC logo, unfortunately. But yeah, that is kind of it for here. That sounds pretty mean. But yeah, move on to the back now. That was a Toyota Aygo making that noise. Cool, coming around to the back of the car, you can probably see some mods sticking out to you. I think let's start at the top and work our way down. I've obviously got the spoiler. This is sat on some vinyl wrap and then tiger glued on, so it is not going anywhere anytime soon, hopefully. This is the OSIR spoiler for the Scirocco. The fitment is okay. It's not flush, it is not perfect, and I'm not going to pretend it is, but it does the job. It's a bit more of an aggressive spoiler than some of the small spoiler lips you get. I did try a Vortex spoiler that a lot of other Scirocco drivers go for, but I wasn't a big fan. I had some fitment issues when installing it, and I just kind of thought, this is just a bit of a sign, let me just get rid of it and get something else. You don't see too many Sciroccos with these on, which is quite nice. Will be linked in the description. They also come in carbon fiber, I believe. This is just a gloss black one. Working our way down, we've obviously got the rear wiper delete. Looks really cool. Makes the back end of the car look really like smooth and clean. However, being in England, it is a nightmare. I can get away with it on this car because you can't see anything out the rear view on a Scirocco anyway. It's just, I think the rear view mirror just does nothing in the Sciroccos really. So I don't miss it too much, but you do notice when it gets dirty or it's raining, you cannot see anything at all out of the back of it. So just a heads up for any that go to do that. Let's talk about the rear lights on the car. Once upon a time, they were actually tinted. As you can see, they are no longer tinted. It's one of those mods that I'd done once and I don't think I'd ever bother doing again. It didn't look bad, I don't think, but it wasn't enough of an upgrade to keep them. And in the end, I started seeing more and more Sciroccos without the tints on, and I started to realize, actually, I quite like them without the tints. they're really nice light designs, so why try and hide it at all? But yeah, moving further down, we've got cheap Chinese splitter. This is an eBay special, a lot of people ask me. It looks cool, I think it looks cool. It's like 10 quid. It's not that secure, it's not really doing anything, it is just an aesthetic mod. But I think it makes the car look a little bit more aggressive, so I'm happy with it, to be honest. There are other diffusers you can get, some look cool. There are some like TCR diffuser looking ones. I think they look really clean, but they're a little bit more expensive. So I opted not to go for them, and instead, this is what I've got. But when you see it on the move, like you can here, I think it looks good. It looks aggressive, and yeah, fair few people have asked me before where it's from, so eBay special, link in the description, I guess. Coming round to the rear of the car, we have some Miltech exhausts. I did not put these exhausts on myself. The owner before me had installed them. They sound okay, I'll be honest. I think if I didn't have them, I would have gone for something else, but as I have them, I'm not going to swap them. But yeah, let's hear it real quick. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think of the sound of that exhaust, because to me, it doesn't feel like anything special. It's maybe a tiny bit louder than a stock exhaust, tiny bit more throaty maybe, but it's not particularly much more in either aspect. The kind of the pops and bangs that you can hear, that's due to my map and the overrun on the map. That was done by DMS Automotives, and we'll leave it there for that bit. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of that. And let's move on to the next mod. Cool, moving around to the side. The next obvious mod, which I haven't addressed yet, is obviously the wheels on the car. These are Aspiri FFR1s. There's a video of me getting these. If you haven't watched that, I highly recommend it. It's got a little feature from Hampshire Photography, so if you're a fan of him, go check that out. But yeah, I bought these wheels off Luke, off his Golf R, I believe they were on. And yeah, I think they're really nice with the Scirocco. They're almost color matched, but I think I get a lot of hate for this. I'm not a fan of Cadiz wheels. I know. A lot of people love them, and if you do, that is great. I look at them and I just kind of meh to me. There's not really a lot going on. Everyone has preferences. I'm not saying they're bad wheels. I'm not saying they're ugly. I'm just saying they're not for me. So yeah, I bought these, upgraded them to these. I love them. And yeah, hopefully they'll probably end up on whatever car I get next as well. But yeah, a nice set of wheels makes the car look so different. Those who know, obviously know, if you've had new wheels on a car, you know how much of a difference it makes. Cool, so I think that about wraps up most of the obvious mods. There are probably some mods on this car that I've left out and forgotten about because, well, if I've forgotten about them, they're kind of irrelevant, let's be honest. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope this is helpful if you're looking to buy one, or if you've got one and you're looking for ideas. As always, drop a comment, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Let me know which mod is your favorite and which ones you're kind of looking to do or have done. I'd be interested to see what people's builds are going like. But yeah, that's gonna about wrap it up for this video. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, subscribe, it really helps. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, which is big news about the Scirocco, so stay tuned for that one.